Hello, beautiful people. Yes, as we now know, Meghan claiming that Her Majesty the Queen, this is on Netflix, you can go watch it, but no, don't. But Meghan here is saying that it was suggested by the Queen and Prince of Wales, she says it very quickly, that she write a letter to her father. What you just saw while you were listening to that crap is her actual message, word by word, to Jason Knopf, where she says she is the one who wanted to write a letter. So H would be able to say, see, after she wrote him a letter, he's still doing it. Because what the Queen wanted her to do is go see your dad. Why can't you just see your dad? What is the fundamental text? What is the fundamental things that are going on? The fact that you were lying about your father. You have lied about everything. You created lies about everyone, trashed everybody around you. And you have an idiot in Prince Harry who's doing and following your every move, who's so deep into her lies, and he knows that she's lying. You know, that Harry by now knows Meghan Markle has lied about everything. But right now, he's in ride or die mode because he has no other way to go. Let's get into this video.
Was a problem that needed to be solved, and they wanted me to make it stop. And so I'd reached out to Her Majesty. He was like, this is what's going on. What do you want me to do? I want to make, like, whatever advice you have. But ultimately, it was suggested by the Queen, the Prince of Wales, that I write my dad a letter.
Yesterday, what Samantha was in court. It was heartbreaking to see her come out and give those interviews and talk about how the truth will prevail, how she's happy she got to say her day in court. It is very good that the judge also pushed back on everything Meghan Markle's lawyers were saying. And, that Meghan Markle had nothing to do with Bouzy. And now, Bouzy, Christopher, his calls are not being answered by Meghan Markle's camp. Because the next lawsuit that Meghan Markle is going to do, she's going to sue Bot Sentinel, also known as Christopher Bouzy. Why? Because she needs to blame something for her misunderstanding of everything that's been going on. Because she's going to claim that Bouzy or Bot Sentinel is the one who misinformed her, which is why that created a rift between her and her family. And because his company did not do his job, which translates that Meghan Markle's hate campaign against Samantha Markle has backfired, she needs somebody to blame. So the company that she hired, Bot Sentinel, because he's heavily featured in the Netflix thing, gave her false information. That is the claim she's going to make. So Bouzy, Meghan Markle, will see your ass in court. Let's see if there's any racism claim there, that she's being racist for suing your ass.
Samantha Markle was part of the group that was putting out a lot of disinformation. Samantha had her account suspended, and then we actually sent Twitter a list because she had like 11 additional accounts. And we were baffled by this. How can the half-sister of Meghan be part of a hate group?
And for the many, many people who are wondering, why Bouzy's, there's a saying in Spanish, the fish die by its mouth. Because, you throw the bait, the fish catches it, wanting to eat, so he dies because the hook gets caught up. Meghan Markle and Christopher Bouzy, it was just a matter of time. They should have kept their mouths shut. Especially, the problem with Meghan Markle is that she's gotten used to lying all her life without any accountability, without any consequences. That it's second nature to her, first nature. So she gets somebody like Bouzy, who's a nobody just like her, and she gives these ultra abusive D-listers, nobodies, the royal platform, because the only reason why Meghan Markle was sitting during the Netflix thing is because she's wavering around a royal title. So Bouzy here is directly saying that Samantha Markle is part of a hate campaign, and she had 11 Twitter accounts verified by his company. So you can bet your sweet ass, Bouzy, that the judge will look at that. And Meghan Markle will need a scapegoat, because any money that she will have to pay, any reputational damage, in Meghan Markle, her world has to be perfect. She is never responsible for anything. She'll need to blame somebody. So the good question will be if Bouzy will rat on Meghan Markle, because I'm sure that guy has receipts. Because make no mistake, if this thing goes to trial, which I am very much leaning on, it will go to trial. Because if you go watch my video of about a year and a half ago, when I said right after the Oprah interview, I said to you guys in that video that I had talked to a friend of mine who's a lawyer. And my friend said that there's a few things that were wrong. One of them is when Meghan Markle said that Samantha had only changed her name after she started dating Harry. Please go watch that video. It's I think it's the 4th or 5th right after the Oprah interview, because I did quite a few on those. And I said, I talked to my friend who's a lawyer, and he said that had Samantha not used the word, that if Meghan had not used the word only, she would have had a good defense. But when she used the word only, you narrow the field. There's no other option. You know, had Meghan said, my sister has changed many times her last name, you know, or she shouldn't have mentioned that. But Meghan mentioned that to be spiteful and to create problems for Samantha, which is why the judge questioned, why did you remove the word only from the transcript? That is lying to a judge. That is manipulating evidence. Just like Oprah manipulated the headlines when she did that ghastly monologue of Meghan Markle lying for 90 minutes straight, along with Harry, the handbag with no balls. The British Forrest Gump. So now Bouzy, now the judge is going to see Netflix. She's going to see the Oprah interview. And it's not going to be pretty. Because, Meghan, how can you not have had siblings? In the Oprah interview, you state that, I wish I had siblings. That part of the sentence you should have left out. Had you said I grew up, or I felt I grew up as an only child, that was fine. That is also in my video about a year and a half ago. But when she said, I wish I had siblings, and this is why I'm giving, you know, this is why I'm pregnant, this is why I'm giving Archie another sibling, because I never had siblings. That is a lie. Samantha Markle used to drive you back and forth to school. There is so much video evidence, pictures, everything, spending holidays or Thanksgivings with the Raglands. You know, at the beginning of episode 5, Meghan Markle, you know, I was so happy because I was pregnant with Archie, and I was able to give him something that I've always wanted, a family. She didn't have a large family. What are the Raglands? They are a huge family. The Markles, you know, they're also a huge family. Now, if you didn't have a sibling, why were you befriending Ashley? Who is Ashley? I mean, that is the weirdest fucking thing ever, if you ask me, and I'm sorry I'm swearing, but that is the sickest, most disgusting thing that you could do. And you had Bouzy the Bozo, going along with this. I wouldn't even be surprised if Meghan Markle helped him create the Bot Sentinel company in order to give it more legitimacy to his claims. That we're middle-aged Caucasian housewives. I'm divorced. I am not Caucasian. I'm mixed race. I am more mixed race than Meghan Markle. So, you know, and the funny thing is that other than Shalon Lester being featured there were 2 other ladies. One of them also looked mixed race. You know, so, I mean, it's the race attack. But what did him and what's going to do. And this is, I really believe, in Samantha, you're my hero, woman. I mean, I saw you and I wish I could have been there, but the circumstances, but Samantha was there on her own, in her wheelchair, fighting this monster of a woman called Rachel Meghan Markle. She should call, I don't know why Meghan doesn't change her name to Ragland, her last name to Ragland. That is a more appropriate last name for her than the Markle name. Because say whatever you want about the Markle side of the family, but at least they're honest. At least Thomas Markle Jr. and Samantha Markle are very straightforward, loving people. Fun. They don't hide. You don't need to give them scripts in order to do an interview. They go on lives. They don't say, oh, you can't ask me this and that. No, they put themselves out there. Something that Meghan Markle never does. So this Bouzy Bozo, we're going to see him in court with Meghan Markle. Because if this goes ahead, all the text messages, all the emails, every single document that Meghan will try to hide, and if she does that, she'll be in a lot of pain and a lot of hurt because she can't do that. She's not allowed to do that. It's going to be incredible. Now, Christopher Bouzy is finding himself being ghosted by Meghan Markle. His phone calls are not being returned. Now, he's on the other end of the spectrum. Now, he has been markled. He's now figuring out how it feels to be Mr. Thomas Markle, Samantha Markle, Thomas Markle Jr., and the rest of her entire family and people she has ghosted and trashed, trampled over. And I'm not, when that happens, I'm going to be here to cover it. Because make no mistake that Meghan Markle will trash Bouzy for giving her misinformation, which caused irreparable harm in the relationships with her family. But she chose that. She's not a stupid woman. She's not smart. She's cunning. And she thought that she would get away with her abuse, ongoing abuse forever with Samantha Markle. But you know what? The judge there seems to listen to what Samantha had to say. And she pushed back. And no amount of overpriced lawyers are gonna cover the fact that Meghan Markle is a liar, an abusive person who enlist, like D-list people who are willing to go along with her grift. And now, when things explode, we know the Meghan Markle modus operandi. It's, I don't know you, I ghost you, and I'm going to take you to court. What do you beautiful people think?